Lucy Marvellous, and today I'm going to show you how to cook spaghetti bolognese. Dead easy, really nice meal that you can rustle up for your friends. Onion. This is the most important learning of today's recipe. Onion has a root at the bottom and a pointy bit at the top and skin that we don't want to eat. The root is the bit that makes you cry, so we will try and avoid cutting through the root. What we're going to do first is chop the end off, which will give us a nice flat side to stand our onion on. Then we're going to do a bridge hold. The knife will go under the bridge and push down to cut the onion in half. Peel off the skin that we don't want and any transparent membrane, keeping the root intact. We're not disturbing that root if we can help it. That's the bit that will make us cry. It also helps to have a very sharp knife because you're less likely to squash the little cells that make the juice that hurts your eyes. Okay, we want to cut this into little tiny pieces, dice. So what we're going to do, start with the root facing away from you, a nice bridge hold. Use the tip of your knife to push in and make lines down the onion. There are actually some lines on the onion that you could almost follow. So using your bridge hold, like that, the knife isn't going anywhere near your fingers. Even if you slip, you shouldn't be able to cut yourself. The root's still intact. Then using a claw grip, slice across. You can use your thumb and finger to keep a hold on either end. Claw grip, you keep moving your claw back, slicing across the onion. Get lots of nice little pieces. And the root's still intact in the waste box. So there's the onion. So starting with a bridge hold, point and cut from the root towards the top of the onion. Use the tip of your knife to help you, pushing in, making stripes, and then a claw grip, using your thumb and little finger to hold the onion together. Get your claw moving back. This is how the chefs do it, but they obviously do it a lot quicker. Finish off with a bridge if you need to. Chop those last little bits. And we haven't messed with the root, in the pot it goes. So there we've got some really nice, finely diced onion to start our recipe off with. By the miracle of editing, one clean piece of celery. I cut that grubby bit end off in the pot. You can compost this if you've got a compost heap, or you can bin it. Cut these long ways first. Get nice long thin strips. You can use a bridge hold like that, use the greens to help you. And then with a claw, cut them into little pieces. You want the flavour from the celery, you don't want huge chunks of celery in your bolognese. So cut it nice and small. Next, just one carrot. No need to peel it. No need to wash it. These days the vegetables are so clean, don't need to do much, just chop them up. Again, bridge hold all the way down. And cut it into 4, bridge. And chop these little bits up. The chef would probably use a big knife. Got one, would use a cleaver. But I've just got a little veg knife that I like. There's your carrot. Now that's the first thing that you're going to fry off, but soon after that you're going to want some garlic. So I'm going to show you a good trick with the garlic while I'm here. Get a garlic clove, cut it in half using your safe cutting bridge hold. Pop it in your garlic crusher if you've got one. If you haven't, you're going to have to do it the hard way. Leaving the skin on, I'm going to crush the garlic. And that skin will help me take everything out. All the bits that didn't get crushed have come out with the skin, pretty much. Okay, they're the first few things you're going to need, but I'm going to prep everything, including the mushrooms. You could even, if you wanted to properly hide them, do them into little dice like that. Do them even smaller. I'm keeping the mushrooms separate because they're going in much later. They don't need anywhere near as much cooking as the harder vegetables and the meat. Okay, once you've chopped your vegetables, got your beef ready, olive oil in the pan, it's time to cook. Put the gas on, get the oil nice and hot. Right, my oil's plenty hot enough now. I'm going to add the vegetables that I want to brown. It's actually a little bit warm. I'm going to use a spoon to stir, so might as well use a spoon to put it in. Hear that lovely sizzle. I don't want the garlic yet. Put the garlic in now with these vegetables, there's a chance it could get burnt, which I don't want, so I'll pop it there. Now my cookery teacher told me, hold your hand on top of the handle of the pan so that it pushes down, makes it safer. So don't stir it too much, just give it time to get warm. Getting the right temperature is something that comes with practice. You don't want things to burn, you need them to be hot enough to cook. So practice basically, medium, sizzle. That is going to take about 5 minutes, so I'm going to order off, come back in 5 minutes. That's taken about 5 minutes to get to that stage. I'm very impatient, so I'm not going to go any further with that. The carrots are going to get boiled as well. I'm going to pop in this garlic. I don't want to burn that, so I'm just going to go stir around, not for very long. Smells lovely. And then pop the meat in. Here's my 500 grams of minced beef. And then I'm going to break it up with my spoon so that it browns all over. Some people take the vegetables out before they put the meat in and then put it all back in, but I'm a bit lazy, so I don't. We want all the beef to be brown. You see how it's browning as it's getting hot. It's all to be browned and in small pieces. You don't want it to be big blobs of hamburger or meatball. So as we're cooking it, we need to be breaking it up as well. Okay, so after 3 or 4 minutes, here it is, nicely broken up, nicely browned all over. You see how it's all changed from pink to brown. We are ready to add our tomatoes and mushrooms, a tomato puree and a bit of oregano. A couple of tins of tomatoes. Now there's a bit of tomato left in there. You could rinse it out with water. But here at Fresher Bites, we like to rinse it out with a little red wine. If you haven't got red wine, really don't worry, it doesn't make that much difference, but it does give it a richer flavour, so I like to just see. Don't want to waste all those lovely antioxidants, do we? Stir that in. Now, if you're going to cook this for a really long time, you could put a 3rd tin of tomatoes in. It looks quite wet, but that is going to cook down. A couple of good splodges of tomato puree, that's 1 tablespoon, that's 2 tablespoons. You could always measure it if you want. I tend not to put too much salt in because I find tomatoes quite salty. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of oregano. Put this in your hand rather than straight in because you don't want to end up with that much taste of perfume. Okay, that juice is going to help cook those carrots. Chuck the mushrooms in. Give it all a good stir. Now everything's in. This is the tricky bit. You've got to leave it as long as you can possibly stand it. The meat needs a good 15-20 minutes to cook. Carrots could do with a good 15-20 minutes. But the longer you leave it, the better the flavour's going to be. I've got an instant pot, which I'm going to use to leave this on slow cook until we eat it tonight. If you haven't got one of those, you can either put it in the oven with a lid on, very, very low, or just leave it simmering on the hob while you go and do some revision for some exams or something important like that. So for more really easy, delicious recipes and step-by-step guidance, take a look at my website, www.fresherbites.co.uk. You can get my booklet there for $4.99 plus postage with all the easy recipes in it. Or better still, why not get a download of the booklet that you can use on your phone? You can use the ingredients list as a shopping list while you're out shopping. And also, for a $4.99 a year subscription, you can get access to a film of every recipe that's in the book, and every 2 weeks there'll be another new recipe. Pop over to Facebook, tell me what you'd like to see me cooking, show me what you've been cooking, ask me some questions. Be lovely to see you. See you soon.